Leaves just silence in our path. Short goodbyes and photographs. I took them with me on the plane from Appledore to LA. This broken heart.
Okay, good afternoon. We just have a few questions. What is the aim of the school actually?
Okay, well, there are several aims. Our motto is tomorrow's leaders here and now, and that means that we believe that we should be creating the leaders of tomorrow for Malaysia and internationally through the program that we give here in Sri KDU. Also, I have a vision that we should be the best international school in the world. So that's my aim, and obviously there's a long way to go for anybody to achieve that. But along the way, I want my students to feel like this is already the best international school in the world because of how they experience learning every day.
Aim of this school to help the student to learn as much as they can, and I believe that this school is providing second chance for weak students where they cannot strive in another school. Most of these students in this school are expelled or not doing very well, and they cannot survive outside of this system that we are providing them. So that's the aim, is to be family oriented and to be accepted.
How about the school's teaching methods?
Okay, well, they're very active. We follow the Key Stage 3 UK National Curriculum and Cambridge IGCSE, and then IB at Post-16 Pre-U program, the IB diploma. But all of our teaching is built around a particular pedagogy called Building Learning Power. This is something I brought from the UK. It's developed by a professor called Guy Claxton, and it's all about building up children's learning power. It's based on the fact that intelligence is not fixed, it can be increased, and different learning habits have to be developed to increase that learning power. They are resilience, reflectiveness, reciprocity, and resourcefulness.
I use a lot of activity, like as if like they are in a kindergarten, but they play and they learn at the same time. So I don't use so much of talking and expect them to listen. No, I give them a topic and I ask them to find out, and a lot of teamwork, a lot of children come together and learn. Not so much about writing down in a blackboard and a whiteboard and me being a teacher to just keep on teaching and the kids are just lost interest.
The co-curriculums, is it a compulsory and why?
Yeah, we call it co-curricular learning because I feel it's just as much an important part of learning as the academic curriculum. And every student has to do co-curricular learning on a Wednesday afternoon for 2 hours, and there's a whole variety of things that they can do. Also, they of course do things after school, graded CCAs and training for sports and things like that, which I think develop their character and them as all-round people.
Yes, I believe sports is very necessary because it will push them to a limit. You know, that means they learn to be tolerant. They learn to be to know themselves, because sometimes staying in your comfort zone will not help them to understand their body, their mind, and their ability. So sports will will be able to teach them to know that, because there's no other way that they can learn by doing slots.
Oh, the number of students in a class and why the number of students?
Okay, well, in our primary school it's 24 maximum, and in our secondary school it's 28. However, at IGCSE, where people elect subjects, they can be much smaller numbers in a group. There might be 15, 20, 25. And our IB program is very small, so classes at IB can be sometimes just 5 students. Actually, I've even got one subject, music, IB, DP, that has 1 student, so it's like 1-to-1 tuition. I think the numbers per class were decided by the company before I came, but they are the optimum numbers for learning for that particular phase. I don't think you can have more than 28 in a class and still do active and personalised learning.
At the moment I have 10. There was one boy that I just sent him to another classroom because he's hyperactive. So sometimes special need kids that is easy to handle, 1 or 2 is possible, but too many is unable to do it. Yeah.
What are the physical education, like how is it conducted, PE?
Okay, PE is a part of the UK national curriculum, so there's a set programme of study that all children must follow at Key Stage 1 through to Key Stage 3. So there are timetabled PE lessons. In the primary school that's 1 hour a week, in the secondary at Key Stage 3 that's 2 hours a week, and at Key Stage 4 also 1 hour a week. And we have specialist trained PE teachers, and they deliver it just like any academic lesson that we delivered.
The school's management structure, like why is it?
Oh well, I inherited the school's management structure because I'm not the founding principal, but because we are a part of a bigger group and we share a campus with the national private schools, we have, and we're also part of a huge public listed company, the Paramount Corporation. So there's a management structure outside of the school. Then inside of the school we have an academic director who is Datin Chan, and she is responsible for all 3 schools' academic oversight. Then I am principal of the international school, and then beneath, as part of my leadership structure, I have a vice principal and assistant heads on the leadership team.
Teacher Don, there is the principal or the boss, with Teacher Lily running the administration, and with 2 or 3 teachers working together to make things work, to reach out to as many students as they can. And I'm very proud to say that the students here are learning at their own pace, and they are at home and they are happy, and there's no pressure, you know. And I'm proud to say that we are able to help. Again, I say the special needs kids, the weak kids, slow learner. We are not looking for like smart kids or fantastic kids, but we are here to help out all these kids that they need help, and we are here to help them.
Why the school has school uniforms?
Why school
Some
uniforms?
schools
I think school uniforms are a very important part of branding and showing that you're proud to be part of a particular school community. And if you wear your uniform well, it shows that you respect your school community. So it's a symbol of being part of a community. That's the biggest reason here. When I came here from the UK, for the 10 years before that, I worked in schools as a head teacher in quite deprived communities in London. There you have to have a uniform so that everyone can be equal, because otherwise poorer children would not come dressed as well as richer children, and there would be a lot of cheating. So you get rid of that by having a uniform.
I mean, they already have a school uniform, but I think school uniform is good. It's like uniform. You're wearing is standardized and all that. So and at least it's good for advertisement as well. Yeah.
Okay, the last question is, do they have free periods during school hours, and why?
No children have free periods apart from IBDP, so they're older than 16, and their program is very much focused on independent learning. So they have to have some time, which is not free time, but it's independent study time.
During the recess, sometimes the break can go up to, it's supposed to be only half an hour, but sometimes it will eat up 15 minutes into the half an hour, so it's about 45 minutes sometimes. So the kids will just be themselves and talk among themselves, so it's good to let them socialize as well.
Okay, yeah, that's all. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.